time to cheer. For some reason, I might have to get another one, but this is my little sparkling grape juice. Ooh. It's not even fizzy no more. Oh well. Cheers. Clink. To what? A bomb meal. The fizziness is all the way gone. Kind of tastes like cough syrup, but I'm gonna drink it before I open the other one because I don't want to waste it.
Hey girl, tell me what it's like in your world. Tell me about your life, what's the deal? Hey girl, you the naughty type, I can tell. Party every night for the thrill. Hey girl, you ain't living right, but you still make me wanna wife you for real. Hey girl, tell me what it's like in your world, and I'ma do you right, pretty girl. I'ma do you right.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Zahria. If you ain't know, now you know, and we're back with another cooking video. Y'all been begging me for these cooking videos. I took a break, y'all know, school, all that kind of stuff. But today we're making another date night meal because y'all, this is highly requested on my Instagram. If you don't already follow me, go follow me there, the same as this YouTube page name at XO.ZAHRIAAA with 3 A's. I do a lot of polls on what y'all want to see me cook, and a lot of people leave suggestions in my DMs, in my inbox, and I always come through. Today we're making a cute little affordable under $30 date night meal, and it's lamb chops. Like, yes y'all, lamb chops for under $30, believe it or not. So I have this lamb that we have from Sam's. This is the Sam's New Zealand grass-fed lamb brand, and it was $16.07. And as you can see, it has all the bones, and we just gotta cut it off. First, we're gonna start these potatoes because we're gonna make twice baked potatoes. We're gonna make lamb chops, and y'all know my favorite, broccoli. So first things first, we're gonna set our timer on our oven, or preheat the oven to 425. I'm only using 4 because cut in half, this is gonna make 8 potato halves in total, and we don't really need that many potatoes. So go ahead, wash these off, and we're going to oil them up with olive oil. We're gonna sit them directly onto the oven rack. Now that we have the potatoes washed off, I'm just using this napkin to really, like, you know, dry them and wipe off any excess stuff that we may have missed in the wash, because I don't know about y'all, but I like to eat potato skin. I am a potato skin fanatic. I enjoy eating the skin of potato, which is why we're doing twice baked potatoes today. Now this is a cute little meal you can make for you and your bae. You know, you're on a budget. I know quarantine, a lot of people not trying to go out to eat at restaurants. You're also just not trying to spend $1,001 on a meal because people is budgeting, because everybody is taking their time and budgeting. So what we're gonna do is we're going to make a meal at home, and I'm gonna show you how to make that meal excellent. So I'm gonna grab my olive oil and I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle it all over our potatoes. This way it prevents them from being dry and busted open. You can even stab them a little bit with a fork if you want them to cook a little faster. I don't really like doing that because I don't like holes in the skin when it's time to cook them. So you could choose to do that if you want. I promise you it's not gonna make a whole much of a difference. It just might make it cook a little faster than what I'm gonna put it in there for, because I usually put it in there for about 30 minutes. This takes longer than anything that we're making today. It takes longer than lamb chops. When you get that all greased up, you can go ahead and throw it in the oven. It doesn't matter if it's not all the way heated up or not. It's gonna be heated up eventually. So that's that. And then we're gonna go ahead and work on our lamb chops. This is the type of broccolini I have today. This is from Publix. Y'all, broccolini, if you know anything about me, it's my favorite vegetable. So it's like a mix of, I'll tell everybody, if you really wanna know how broccolini tastes, it tastes just like broccoli, but it has stalks, like a piece of asparagus. It always just feels healthier, fresher, and I just enjoy that. So that's that. So a little update, y'all been asking me like where you been, whatever, y'all. School, okay, has been taking me out. Y'all have seen me do baked potatoes before in my last affordable cooking meal type of video, and I did baked potatoes just like this. So it's basically a baked potato, but instead we're gonna cut it in half and we're gonna twice bake them. Now the one thing I will say is this meal is very similar to my last affordable date night meal. I did steak, baked potatoes and broccoli, and this time I'm doing broccolini, lamb chops, and twice baked potatoes. Let me tell you why I didn't stray off too much. I kept it sort of the same type of meal so that you can improve your skills on from the last time you learned how to make it from me. So it's not just something completely brand new and out of the ordinary. You kind of already know the steps, you kind of already know what you're doing. Just this time, you're doing it with a different meat. I know a lot of y'all probably want completely different things, and that's why the next affordable date night meal, which I'll probably post next week, will be a stuffed salmon recipe. Yes, I'm gonna stuff it with like crab meat. It's gonna be a nice little slab of salmon. We're gonna stuff it, and then for the sides, I'm probably not gonna do potatoes since we've been doing so many potatoes. I'm gonna come up with something different. It might be, you know, maybe a little risotto or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I know some of y'all probably like, girl, we tired of making potatoes and broccoli and meat, which I completely understand. But I just thought, I've been gone for a minute. Your skills might be a little bit rusty, so we're gonna stick with something that, you know, is fancy but easy to learn. So now I just picked off all the leaves. I have the broccolini on this sheet pan. I'm gonna just keep them on here. We're not gonna put the oil, the salt and pepper, or nothing on it just yet because we're gonna wait. But I just wanted to get it prepped and ready. So, and then we're gonna go ahead and marinate the lamb.
I'm back.
Y'all have a new boyfriend. I just want to try to know that.
Yeah. He's
I got rid of Tony because he was just like, ugh, you know.
He's way worse than Tony. He could never be Tony. And yeah, he even look better than Tony too.
Y'all see Tony got his hair
waves. Yeah.
He cut his hair off.
He had to get the big chop.
Yeah, the big chop, all right. He's bald. Alright y'all, so we took our lamb chops, we sliced them. In between, there is going to be a gristle, so make sure you have a really sharp knife, because if you don't, I swear it'll be so hard to try to cut that gristle, that bone. Some of them were a bit thinner than the others, but it's all okay because we'll just evenly distribute them when it's time to plate them. I then sprinkled it with this seasoning. It's called beef and pork seasoning. It's a peppercorn medley. I got this from the store Lidl. Y'all know I love that store. And I love it. Y'all know I don't eat pork, but it's just like a peppercorn medley. It has a whole bunch of stuff like black pepper, sugar, minced garlic, coriander, chili pepper, white pepper. And I really like this mix. I also did some garlic salt, the usual Lori's, and a little bit of Tony's Cajun seasoning. Just a little bit to give it flavor. And so I sprinkled that all over, drizzled in the olive oil as well. Not moisturized, but marinated it and let it all kind of like get in between all the grooves. And then this is the final product. So now they look glistening and they look good. I'm gonna let them sit with all the seasonings on it for about maybe 10-20 minutes. You can put it in the fridge for longer with some saran wrap on top if you wanted to kind of marinate longer. So next we're gonna make our little secret glaze sauce. So first off, I'm gonna take a tablespoon of brown sugar and I'm going to add that into this little cup. Just one little scoop. Then I'm going to take about 1 whole tablespoon of honey. I'm not gonna really measure it, but that's about 1 full tablespoon. I'm then gonna go in with some soy sauce. Add 2 tablespoons of that. Then I'm gonna go in with Worcestershire sauce. I think I'm pronouncing it, y'all. I still to this day not sure if I even pronounced that word the right way. I'm gonna put another full tablespoon and about another half. Then I'm gonna go in with the splash of hot sauce, a small, like half a spoon scoop of garlic. And you can also add a little ginger if you have it. Ginger adds a different kind of like flavor. But I'm gonna mix that around until it gets kind of that thick consistency like so. Ooh, I spilled some. That's what happens when I'm trying to look at the camera and stir at the same time. So that is the glaze that I use for my lamb chops. I will show y'all how I apply this to the lamb chops, but for now, I'm just gonna stir it up. You can also substitute, instead of hot sauce, you can use a little splash of sriracha. I don't have sriracha, so I use hot sauce today. So I'm gonna set that glaze to the side and we're gonna go ahead and get our pan started. I can hear the potato sizzling and I did just drop the broccolini in there. I just drizzled it in my olive oil salt, and pepper. That was it. Y'all have seen me do it 1,000 times, so I didn't think I really need to show y'all how to make it. All right, now I'm gonna take this fork, check our potatoes. I'm gonna just stab, what's hot? Stab the middle. Oh yeah, they are ready. They are super ready. We're gonna let the potatoes cool for a minute. I might even throw them in the fridge for just a hot second. So what I'm gonna do, throw them in the fridge for a quick second just so they can cool off just a bit faster. I'm not gonna keep them in for long. They're probably gonna be in here for like literally 3 minutes. All right, y'all, so now I'm gonna place the lamb chops in. I'm gonna try to get them all in the plate at once, or in the pan at once, I mean. I doubt they'll all fit. They can be kind of close to each other, it doesn't really matter. Try to get them all in there. There we go. I'm gonna distribute that oil around the pan as well. Make sure that it's on all the pieces. And then we're gonna let that sit on there for about 5 minutes. And that should sear just enough before we flip it. While that is sitting there, I am gonna take a little bit of the glaze. Just kind of coat each one. Not too much. You don't want the pan to be super sopping wet. Just enough to glaze them all. Also, if you want a super brown look, you can use a bit of paprika. And that'll help it pan sear to a golden brown. But I think the brown sugar does enough as a glaze. While we let that cook for 4 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and cut into our potatoes. They are still very hot. Hold it down and split it down the middle. It should be very easy to do even without pressure, guys, because it should be very done. Now the skin is kind of flaky, so be careful. We need to be as kept together as possible if we can. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna just scoop out the insides, leaving the border of the potato and just scoop out the middle. Ooh, it's so hot. Be careful, do not go all the way down to the bottom because you can break the bottom. If one messes up, it'll be okay. It'll just be extra, you know, potato. That's why you're always supposed to keep kind of like an extra potato. It's time to flip our lamb chops. So when they get that golden kind of glaze, I'm gonna go ahead and flip to the other side. And now that it's some glaze in a pan, you know, it gets to sit in the glaze. Now, we're gonna glaze this other side. You see how that glaze is running out now, which is perfect for both sides. And we were able to glaze each lamb chop almost twice. And that's it. Let that cook on this side for another 5 minutes or so. Back to the potatoes. You don't want to go too deep. I'm gonna show this one as a close-up because this one is perfect shape and the perfect size. All right, up close. Y'all can see that it's not cut all the way through to the bottom, but it's scraped out, and I kept the edges thick because you don't want the edges to be too thin or they'll break. So y'all, now that y'all kind of got the hang of it, I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this part, go a bit faster so that we can get back to that lamb. Brief intermission while we finish off this lamb. I wasn't really talking much in this part, but like I said earlier, y'all, cook them 5 to 6, 7 maybe minutes on each side. Really do 4 to 5 minutes on each side if you're gonna cook it on high. When it's looking a bubbly golden brown, that's from that brown sugar and the glaze, please remove it from the heat because it will be chewy if you overcook it. So take it off. Do not overcook your lamb. All right, so now we're gonna move that to the side. This is what we're working with for the potatoes. We're gonna add in 1 scoop of heavy whipping, 1 scoop of sour cream, or 2, depending on how much you like sour cream. Also gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. You can also use milk. Milk works as well. Just a tad to start with. We'll always add more if we need it. You want to add in garlic salt, also pepper. So we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna also add in about 3 tablespoons of butter, but I'm gonna soften this first because this is cold and our potatoes aren't piping hot anymore. All right, melted butter. And stir. Once you got the taste that you want, you can taste it, and then I'm gonna start filling the shells back up. Make sure your hands are clean for this part because I do like to use my fingers to pat it back in so it can be stuffed. Okay, so now I'm gonna take cheddar cheese, place it on top. Alright y'all, so now that we have our little potato boats, or whatever you want to call them, I am going to take and sprinkle paprika over the top. This will help it brown nicely and get the color that you're looking for. Pop them in for about 4 minutes on 425. But let me address a comment real quick. There was a comment, some girl was like, I could barely focus on the recipe because your lashes are like windshield wipers. And I'm like, well, looks like you're gonna starve then, huh? Girl, take your little behind to Google. Don't focus on what I got on, focus on the meal, okay? I'm trying to help y'all get a good meal. If you knew how to cook, you wouldn't be here. Look, that's God telling me to go ahead, be quiet, take these potatoes out. I'll be back when I got it plated. All right, y'all, so this is our finished product. Oh my God, it looks so good. I'm about to tear this food up. Thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all can get this video to 500 likes, I'm gonna say 500 likes. I'm gonna aim low because I'm probably gonna do it anyway. But if y'all can get this video to 500 likes, I'm gonna drop another cooking video this week. So with all that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles, XO.ZAHRIAAA with 3 A's. And please do not forget to subscribe. Like, y'all not clicking the subscribe button, but y'all watching the videos. What's tea? All right, see y'all next time. Bye.